Hello, good morning, namaste, and welcome in day three. So, you already have learned how to flow your prana into your power pod, and how power pod is the essential part of your body, not only for your body but to your mind too, because the power pod is a root. Power pod is your root, you know and we are in the theme one, and theme one is a power pod of the entire 21-day spiritual intelligence course. This will give you a coverage, trust me. Unless you practice at least 10 minutes to 15 minutes this flowing prana to your power pod, to your heart, and today's class I'm going to teach more. So unless you practice this, you cannot reach to the theme 2 and a theme 3, and you cannot hit the theme 4, because theme 4 is a core issue of today's generation and the parents. Because what is the core issue of today's nowadays the core issue is the digital world. You people are surrounded by advanced technology, Wi-Fi, EMFs, and this blue light, and you are in the digital pollution that leads you anxiety, that leads you to stress, right? And your attention span has become short. The many times I have told you, no matter how you are brilliant, no matter how you are smart, but if you are not attentive, if you cannot pay attention, if you are not focused, if you are not mindful, if you are not resilient, if you cannot maintain your resilience, there is no use of this lot of information you are collecting from the artificial intelligence. So to align with the artificial intelligence, you need a coverage from, of, not from, with, or of a spiritual intelligence. Because you are not just a child, no matter you are 13 or 14 or 15 or 16. You are not just a child, you are a flame of a shakti, a drop of a cosmos. So this spiritual intelligence course is actually gift for you. It is here not to teach who to become, it is but to remind you who you already are. This who you already are, because you have forgotten yourself amidst this chaos and a noise of the EMF and the artificial intelligence. So inside these practices, I can say, these are powers, because these are chanting we are doing during our breathing and the pranas that awaken your heart, and stories I'm narrating every time that heal your soul, that light up your soul, and silence we are creating through this breathing. Even we will be learning the seven sutras of a Vak Shakti in the theme 3. So you will be learning silence, and silence is the most powerful tool to win anything. Silence that speaks louder than sound. Do you know? You are the people, you children are, in a world of machines and a speed, but your spirit somehow, not somehow, your spirit actually is ancient. Your spirit is timeless. You are full of light. You need to awaken your power, which is within. You are here to dance. You are here to shine. You are here to serve. And this is the journey which you are resonating. It is just like every day you are returning your home. You're returning to your breath. You're returning your joy. You are returning your Shakti. This is your home, your body's home. That is why you are here, to meet yourself. Every day you are hearing every day here you are introducing yourself to, you are introducing yourself to yourself, you know so again, welcome here day 3, at the day 3, and already we have done day 1 and day 2, and we are on the theme 1, the prana. And we already have learned that what is a prana. Prana is not just an oxygen. Prana is actually an energy behind focus, behind mindfulness, behind your soul, behind your mind, behind your heart, behind your body. Prana is an energy. So you must know how to regulate your prana, because once you learn how to regulate your prana, by default you learn how to regulate your emotions. And emotions build your character, you know. So that is why we need to learn prana. So day before yesterday we learned the buzz like a bee, and how to flow prana downward to upward and then melt slowly, softly, silently. You will have to let your prana reach to your tailbone. Tailbone is your root, right? Then the next day means yesterday we learned how to flow your prana to your tailbone, which is your root, and how to flow prana to your heart, right? Today we are going to learn the power of speak powerfully and see deeply. Today we are going to learn power to speak clearly and to see deeply. How? How we will learn it? We will learn it, by flowing our prana to our voice box. Where is your voice box? Where is your voice box? Tell me, where are your eyes? Since your childhood, when I just see or meet any kid or any, just a baby, so they know where is my eyes, where is my ears, where is this, that. But they do not know where is my tailbone. They do not know where is my voice box. Here is your voice box. Here is. Let me show exactly where is your voice box. Let me add this into stage. Just see. This exactly, that red arrow you can see. Just forget about it, what has been written here, the Vishuddhi Chakra. Just forget about it. This is your voice box. This exactly. You can see this is. It is actually an organ of speech. When you flow your prana here, you learn a powerful speech. And what is a powerful speech? I will tell you. Without fear, without hesitation, where no feeling of guilt and remorse, where you feel ability to feel vibrations. You understand? This is. Okay, so the first we have located already where is the throat. So we will flow our prana here, because why we are going to flow our prana here, when we flow our prana, we just push energy to that particular organ. Yesterday we just flew prana to our tailbone and to our heart. Why? To make them more strong, to make them strengthen, to give them strength. Because unless our root is strong, how can you just make any other thing strong? So today we are going to flow our prana here, throat. You already have located. Now you can locate your throat. Just close your eyes and see inside your voice box. Close your eyes and just see, just locate your voice box and just feel. It is the space of pure expression. It is the space. Whatever you speak, this is your mouth. But we are just learning the voice box, which is the space of pure expressions, honesty, and communication. It actually, this voice box governs how clearly and truthfully you express what's inside. This is the voice box. Simultaneously, we will be learning to flow our prana on our mind's eye. Here, now open your eyes. Here is in between your eyebrows. Here is the mind's eye. You have two eyes, you can see with them, but your mind has also an eye. This is the third eye, we can call it with the Sanatan wisdom. But you just see, it's in your language, it's a mind's eye. Here is your mind, and it's a mind's eye. You can locate in between your eyebrows. Now you just close your eyes and scan it. Scan it. Close your eyes. See it inside. Locate it. It is in between eyebrows. Just see it. Scan it. If you're seeing it, then see. This is the center of insight. This is the center of focus. This is the center of intuitive understanding. It helps you to see with clarity, not just through eyes, but through awareness. It is here. When you will be flowing your prana here, you will start seeing things with clarity, with awareness, not only with eyes. When you just see with eyes, you misunderstood things. Sometimes you misunderstand and you do not perceive the way the things are. But when you see with your mind's eye, you see things with clarity. That is why we need to learn it. Why it matters? Because often you feel misunderstood or speak relatively. Means whatever you are seeing and whatever you're speaking, they do not relate to each other. And often you feel misunderstood and you speak reactively. This this mind's eye and this voice box brings calm and respectful expression. That is why we need to learn it. This mind's eye develops discernment. Discernment in between what? Your inner vision and what you see in this outer world. It gives you deep attention, and everybody wants deep attention. Whatever you want to do, no matter you want to just go with robotics or AI or your other projects, I really do not know, or medical, or I don't know, whatever you want to do, or even you want to do, even you want to play game, even you need a deep attention. So there's this flowing prana into your mind's eye. It is crucial in this, in an overstimulated world. And why to learn in this early stage? Why to learn? Because when you will be learning this, it will become a lifestyle. It is not any teaching, it is your practice. And once you are with it, once you are inculcating these values in your character, you are raising yourself with these values, that will build a confidence in speech, interviews, expressions in future. You know, it supports, sharpen your memory and intuition. It encourages your mindfulness over distractions. You're distracted. You want to read, you really want to study, but whenever you just sit for a study, you distract and you start flipping your pages and you start feeling like let it finish in 10 minutes. 1 hour work, you want to just finish it in a 10 minutes because you're distracted. Your attention span is short. Why? What are the reasons? Because there is a fog in a brain. It's not a problem, it's not an issue. It's just you're lacking some mindful practices which are needed. Though today is the third day, later on you will understand when we will be flowing into next chapters, next sessions. Then you will be knowing all these, how these sessions are going to help you, how you will be, you will be learning about your circadian rhythm. Because all the time when you are surrounded by this Wi-Fi and this digital world, your circadian rhythm does not work regularly. What is the circadian rhythm? It is your biological clock. You need to fix it. You need to settle it. I'll tell you later. Not all the things I should not detail here. Your mitochondria. You need to fix it. You know what is a mitochondria. You are in 8th standard, 9th standard. Every child knows what is a mitochondria. Powerhouse of your cells, which flows energy to your body, every part of your body. But if it disturbs, how you will how you can regulate it? Flowing prana, your different organs. So that is why your attention, you are not attentive, you cannot pay much attention, you cannot pay deep attention. But once you will start flowing prana to your mind's eye, this will encourage mindfulness over distractions. That will support in a sharp memory and intuitions. That will teach you to listen inward before reacting outward. I hope you understand. you know when words fade, your eyes listen, how deep it is. When you are pausing, when you are taking, how you can take a pause. Nobody can teach you how to take a pause. But if you're flowing your prana to your throat, if you're playing your prana to your voice box, by default, it comes into practice that you start taking pause before speak anything. And when you start taking a pause, when your words wait, then your eyes start to listen. Your eyes can see whatever not being seen. That is why we need to practice it. We will practice it. But let me just narrate a story. As every time I just tell a story, because the children learn more with the story. When somebody, you tell them a story or narrate a story, then they understand more. You are a child. You are a Shishu Shakti. So let me just narrate a story of a Myra. Myra was a 12-year-old girl, and she was a sharp as you are, and always had to say something. This is the issue of this today's generation. They want to speak. She was sharp and always had something to say. But lately, what happened? Her teachers called her argumentative, because when every time she's saying something, her teachers started call her argumentative. And her parents said that she talks back too much. She talks back too much. But Myra did not mean to be rude. She did not mean to be rude. She just felt something deeply. She often said them out loud. That's it. What was her problem? She just used to feel something deeply, and everybody thinks deeply. So Myra often said them out loudly, immediately, reactively. One day, what happened? During a Sanskrit class, her acharya shared a line, Yad bhavam tad vak, as the feeling, as the word. Means nobody can say mistakenly, I have said this. No, don't believe that. Whatever the person has said, that was her or his feelings. You speak what is your feelings. But what is the problem? Where is the problem lie? The problem is, lying there because we do not feel our hurt. We do not see our feelings before we speak. We just feel something and we just speak. We do not see our feelings. We do not hear them consciously. That is why we become reactive, and we behave reactively. But what happens? A magic happens when you start flowing prana to your voice box. You start taking a pause. Even this is a third session. We will just, we will jump. We In that second theme, when we will be flowing ourselves into the um session on jnana, the session on ichha. Then you will get to know how to take a pause. You will get to know a difference in between impulse and a number of things. Let's come back to the voice box. When you will be flowing the prana into a throat, you start taking a pause, and then you can see your feelings, you can see your heart, you can listen your heart. Then you can think, you can take a pause before speaking. you know as the acharya said to Myra, so they actually acharya said to everybody, but Myra heard, everybody listened, but here we are narrating a story, and we are with the story of a Myra. So how the feeling, the same the word is, and how the word is, that the your word is. Your words make your world. So that night Myra lay awake thinking, what if my words are not coming from my truth, but just my reactions? Are you getting what she thought? She thought, what if my words are not coming from my truth, just reaction? That next morning, her grandmother sat beside her and said, let's try a small breath practice before you go to school. Her grandmother guided her. Her grandmother guided her for what? Which I'm going to make you practice today. But let's understand first with the Myra story why it is so essential, why it is so important. What is the voice box practice? You will have to sit in a Sukhasana. I'm just telling how the grandmother told to Myra, but you listen to me carefully because then after the story, I'm going to guide you in the same way. So she guided her sit in a Sukhasana with direct spine, sit like a mountain or like a trunk, breathe slowly. You will have to inhale from your tailbone, you will have to inhale from your power pot to your heart, then your throat. Which each breath slowly when you are flowing from tailbone to here. Imagine a blue light glowing there. Say this in your mind, I speak with truth, not tension. Then you just flow your prana from here to here, from voice box to your mind's eye. These are not individual practices. This is one practice. Because I have to teach you, that is why I taught you power pod practice and the glowing heart practice yesterday. Today I'm teaching you mind sai and the voice box. Day before yesterday I taught you that's the Brahmari and the Amar Pranayama. Though these are, you will have to integrate all this. And it will take hardly 10 minutes. And it will give you clarity, calm, wisdom, mindfulness. See, can you buy these? No matter how rich you are, no matter how how much you can spend, your parents can spend, but you can buy these. You will have to practice these, then you will be becoming a calm person, a mind person, a wise person. That's the same Myra was learning. So Myra learned how to flow her prana to voice box. Now you will have to just flow these prana upward to the mind's eye. Now the prana in between between your eyebrows. And when you are just flowing your prana in between your eyebrows, then breath between your eyebrows. I will teach you how. Just listen Myra's story and feel a soft purple circle open. Feel a soft purple circle open. This is your third eye, and this is your mind's eye. The space when you know, not just guess. And say silently, I see the truth beyond noise. I see the truth beyond noise. How much time? She spent hardly 5 minutes. But at school the same day, her friend snapped at her. Earlier, Myra would have snapped back, but now something paused inside her. She remembered her mind's eye. She saw her friend's tired face. Instead of arguing, she said softly, You okay? Her friend blinked and smiled. What is happening? Sorry, she said. Sorry, I had a rough morning. Later, during a class debate, Myra wanted to shout her point, but she breathed into her throat, into her voice box before speaking. She breathed into her mind's eye. So, what happened? Her voice come out with clarity. They were more clearer. And somehow people listened actually this time. That night, she wrote a journal. She wrote that today, my voice did not fight, it flowed. She wrote, My voice did not fight, it flowed. And before she slept, she whispered to herself, When my breath reaches into my heart, reaches into my throat and mind's eye, I don't just speak, I understand. What you understood, what you have understood. This is the power of flowing prana. Now let's practice. Now sit in a sukhasana. You know how to sit in a sukhasana. I have taught you many times now, right? Lift your feet and place it on the in between the thigh and a shin, right? And erect spine, not this. This. Sit like a mountain. This mudra. Touch here, then here. What we will have to do. We will take a five rounds. We will flow our prana from tailbone slowly, from our tailbone, from our power pod to our heart, then from our heart to our voice box, then from our voice box to our mind's eye, and five times each. We will start our flowing our prana from tailbone. First, we will just give prana to our tailbone five times. Inhale, exhale in your power pot. Scan your power pot and start flowing your prana five times there. Once you are done with the five times, then you will scan your heart. Then from tailbone, inhale slowly till it reaches, until it reaches to your heart. Then five rounds. Inhale, exhale slowly, silently, softly. Then five rounds enough. Then you will have to flow your prana upward to your throat or a voice box. Then five round. Then the five round mind sigh. Right? Then start. Start. Inhale. Let your prana reach to your tailbone. Slowly exhale. Five rounds. Inhale, exhale. Flow your prana to your tailbone or a power pod. Five rounds. One has been done. Do more four. Slowly and deep. Third. Last. Slowly. Great. Now from tailbone to heart. Slowly and softly inhale in your heart. Let it glow. Exhale. Feel like a golden petal is there. Inhale. Exhale slowly. Third. Scan your heart. See your heart. Let it glow with your flow of prana. Fourth. Great. Now last. With erect spine. Great. Now what we have learned. Now from your heart, flow your prana upward to your throat or a voice box. Scan your voice box. I have seen your picture. Start flowing your prana there and take a five round. Inhale. Fourth. Slowly, softly, like a feather. Fourth. Last. Great. Now you flow your prana to your mind's eye. See your third eye. Scan your third eye. See inside. And just see there is a purple circle is there. And when you will be flowing your prana there, it is widening. You can see how, and how it is expanding. Yes, start from your voice box to mind's eye. Start flowing your prana there. Then inhale or exhale. Inhale and exhale, and the 5 rounds. Yes, fast. See your purple circle there. Exhale slowly, and just see the purple circle is expanding slowly, though silently. Third, fourth. Now take a last. You can see a big circle of a purple color now because you have expanded it with your prana. Keep your eyes closed unless I suggest to open. Feel the energy in you. Feel the energy in your tailbone. Feel the energy in your heart. Feel the energy in your throat. Feel the energy in your mind's eye. Once again, scan your mind's eye. See how calm it is. See your voice box. How truthful it is. How fearless it is. Because it is honest now. See your heart. How it is compassionate. It is kind. It understands other feelings. See your power pot. See it just like a big lotus. It is just like a big lotus, farm lotus. It is stronger. Flow one prana there, only 1 round. Start, inhale, exhale slowly. Let the prana reach to your heart upward. 1 round. Now your voice box. 1 round. Slowly, softly. Last round and a final round. Your mind's eye. See how silent you are. Feel the power of silence in you. Now slowly open your eyes. Slowly. Once you are done, then with this mudra, open this and make a Anjali. You know how to make a Anjali. If you do not know, your parents can teach you. Then make it a Anjali. This is Anjali. This is. Then from here, soak your prana. Let them melt slowly. This is the way how you should end all this asana and prana practice. How did you feel? You have to do nothing. Only 10 minutes practice every day. 10 minutes for you, for yourself, which is only yours. Nothing from inside. You have to return to your home, to your breath, to your focus attention. Let me add some of the question to you. Yes, we have learned the voice box and a mind's eye. Why it matters, I have told you. How it will help you in the future. Even now, you can understand. Already, you have practiced. With this practice, you can understand if in this 5 minutes or 3 minutes, if you can feel a silence as powerful and you are feeling that you are powerful with the silence. So, just think the whole life when you will be practicing this for 10 minutes, how powerful you become. You understand how your confidence, it will build your confidence in a speech. Even now, even this today's class, you can understand how it will encourage your mindfulness over distractions, you know. So here are some questions. Just read them. And before speaking, because we have today we have practiced voice box and mind's eye. Now here are some questions just ask to yourself. Thought-provoking reflection question for you. Just before speaking, did you breathe first or just blood? Talk to yourself. You do not have to write these questions. You have to just think, I'm asking this question, and you just think in your mind. Now will you breathe first or you will just blur? And did you breathe first or just blurt? Means you will have to see your future as well as your past. And once someone says something unkind, as the Myra's friend did, can you see something beyond the words? Can you see something beyond their words? As her friend told her, she had a rough morning. Can you see beyond their words? Is that person hurting or just reacting? During a debate or an argument, just talk to yourself. Just answer yourself to your mind. Are you speaking to be right or just to bring light? You want to prove that you are right always. Why you need to prove that you are right? Just speak like to bring light. And nobody can teach you all this thing. Nobody in the world can teach you all this thing. No gadgets, no information, no intelligence can teach you all this thing. Only your inner power. Only your inner power can make you to be like that you speak to bring light when you will be flowing prana to your inner organs. That's a God's gift to you. When you will be flowing your prana to your voice box, you will be by default, it will come in your reflect in your character. You will start taking a pause and you will start listening. Even if you are strongly disagree, can you believe this? Nobody can teach you. No school can train you for this unless your own body and mind and focus. Did you speak with truth or just with tensions? Do you use your words to heal or to win? Talk to yourself. Talk to yourself today and do your practice in the evening. For a week at least do. Then ask yourself at the eighth day, now you are speaking to heal or just to win? You know, the mantra of yours, today's class, when you breathe into your voice, you do not attack, you connect. When you breathe into your eyes, mind's eye, you do not judge, you understand. So, this is the practice we have done. Just sit in a lotus pose, not lotus pose, sorry. I will just teach you all this in the advanced course. But you will have to sit in a sukhasana or easy pose. Breathe gently into your throat, then soft blue light. You will have to see how glowing it is. Just speak to your mind. I'll speak with the truth, not with the tension. Then flow your prana to your mind's eye. Breathe into the space in between your eyebrows. Then see the purple circle there. See the blue circle in your throat and the purple in your mind. Then whisper inside, I see with clarity beyond the noise. You will be growing. When you will be doing this, you will be growing like a thoughtful speech. You will be listening before reacting. You will have a clarity in your mind. You will see the light beyond your opinions. You know. I hope you have understood all this thing. There is nothing to understand. There is everything to practice. There are the some question to parents too. If the parents are there, dear parents, your child has learned today how to breathe to his or her throat and a third eye. It is not just for focus. Even you know that you are, they are lacking with the focus. But it will not only encourage focus, but also it will build their conscious speech and inner clarity. How powerful it is. But you can just give your child apart this, I really do not know. These Oh, I'm so sorry. I lost the connection for some time, Bacha. I'm really very sorry. I'm so sorry. Just lost the connection. There was a glitch in the internet. So, yeah, I was talking to the parents that the true strength in the sober, stimulated world, not only focus, but a conscious speech and an inner clarity. When your child speaks, you can see now they will feel these that hearings. Not they will not only rush. Most children speak louder when they feel unheard. But this voice box bring calm voice and clear truth. This mindset will help them to respond with awareness, not anxiety. That is why you are here. That is why your child is here in the 21 day spiritual intelligence. Because this is the best way to nurture these, flowing pranas is to practice the pause together before words. You will see in the future when they will be practicing at least for 10 minutes in a day. You will be just seeing. They will not just hear, they will see what they are not saying. They will see beyond, what their eyes can see. So let them watch their words, grow from breath, not from noise. That's why I always say, just raise your children not only with marks, not only with achievements, but raise them with awareness, raise them with mantras too. Because that only help them to build their resilience and mindfulness and inner wisdom and clarity. Okay, yeah, so here is a sheet now, what you have to practice at your home, and you will have to submit the sheet in the group. We have done two practices today, and you will have to take a easy pose or a lotus, I have not taught you. So here I have written a Vishuddhi throat breath practice. I have written here. That's a Vruddhi. Oh, sorry, Vishuddhi. I'm so sorry. That's a Vishuddhi with a blue dot. This is your voice box. You will have to breathe into your throat center with awareness, and you will have to imagine a soft blue light glowing at the throat and affirm silently. I speak with truth, not with tensions. Then in a mind's eye is a ajna. Here I have written because it is an ajna. An ajna means the purple light here. Breathe into the space in between the eyebrows. You will have to imagine a purple circle, right? So this is all about. Just let me open the sheet. Oh, give me a second. I'm so sorry. Give me a second. I have lost that sheet somewhere. This is here. I think. Wait for a second. Here is the sheet. I think. Let it open. Yeah. Wait. I seen a different sheet. Let me remove it. Mistakenly, I have just added the teaching sheet, though I had to. Oh, okay. Yeah, here I can do it now. Just give me a second. Let me add here it into this day three worksheet words. Day three worksheet words is where. Oh my God, because it is not a PDF, I cannot add this. Give me a second. I'm so sorry. It will take hardly 10 or 20 seconds. Yes, I have patched it. Now I'm going to add it here for you. It's here. Upload file. PDF day 3 worksheet. PDF day 3. Yes. Yes, it is here now. Uploaded. Processing. Few seconds now. Now you have learned patience too. Let me add. Yes, here it is. Okay. Yeah. So it is here. So that's a Vishuddhi is what is the voice reflection. You will have to just check your breath. Did you breathe into your throat today? Did you try the third eye? Yes or no? This is that once you are done with your breath practice, then you will have to write your sheet, write your answers. Write one word to describe how your breath felt. You'll have to describe. This is analytical or a critical thinking too, because you have to describe what you felt. Then on the throat, on the voice box, here are some questions. Did you feel any difference when breathing into your throat? Was there a moment today where you paused before speaking? Write a line you said today that kind that give you a feeling of a kind and a calm. Then here are two questions related to your minds. Related to your mind's eye, there is a ajna. I have written a ajna here. Okay, I will change this worksheet. You just don't worry about it. So here is when you breathe between your eyebrows, what did you feel? Did you see something clearly? A purple circle, or an idea, or a truth, or a feeling? Whatever it was there, could you see it clearly? Then describe the moment when you paused before reacting. Have you paused today? Means I'm not talking about this class. Means whenever you will be writing these answers, so you will have to share your experience because you have learned now you are taking a class and you are listening and you are understanding. Then you will be practicing it in a day. And whenever you will be writing your answers, then you have to write. You have to describe a moment. If you feel paused before reacting, if you notice something you would or usually miss, if you understood someone else feeling, if you understood someone else feeling, your voice and your vision, intention, one way you want to speak better tomorrow, in which way now you want to speak better after doing all these practices. One thing you want to see clearly in yourself, you will have to write all these answers. Okay, so it was all about today, and it was all about you. It is all about your inner wisdom, which is only yours. It is all about your power, which is yours. You will have to practice this at least for 10 minutes, all together with the integration. Do not exclude one to one. You do not have to practice 10 minutes for each. No, holistically with the integration, from flowing prana from tailbone to heart to here, then Brahmari, and thus Amar pranayama. 10 minutes. Though you should do for half an hour, 20 minutes, but at least at this age, at least 10 minutes. Find yourself within you. So finally, it was all about today. And you have to write these answers. You have to do this worksheet and then submit. You will have to submit this worksheet into the group. Mardashika there, and she will assist you there if you have any query. If you want to put any questions straightway to me, directly to me, then you can DM me and you can ask me. You can tag me there. Then I will answer there, and I will just sort your queries there. And if you would just see, are seeking my suggestions. So tomorrow we are going to do the last session on the theme one. Then after we will have a Luffy session with your parents, and we will take the feedbacks and answer any queries of your parents. So that's all. Okay, that was all about the this day three. Okay, thank you. Practice for 10 minutes for yourself. Namaste. Thank you. God bless you.